Hey guys, Sean from Top 5 Fit here. We're going to take a look at another back exercise, a stiff-legged barbell good morning. Obviously, you're going to want to make sure you have a barbell ready to go. I'm going to stay with the Olympic bar, 45 pounds. Again, this is one of those exercises where if you load up too much weight, you can set yourself up for injury. Form is kind of important, so we're going to go over that right now. You want to start with your Olympic bar and your rack. I kind of like to go at least a notch just below shoulder height. So ultimately, once I step under, I can pick the bar up off of the rack. The grip is really kind of up to you. There's obviously machined grooves in every Olympic bar, which is perfect for lining the hands up. If I don't have any weight on the bar, I have a tendency to just extend the arms all the way out. I just feel like it gives me a little bit more control over the bar. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider depending upon what you're used to doing deadlifting wise. This is basically the top portion of a stiff-legged deadlift. The only difference is we're putting the bar on our back instead of holding it in our grip. Make sure you keep the back straight and your head stays up. The idea is to hinge at the hips and not at the waist. So I don't want to see people bending forward here and reversing the curve that's in your low back. Rather, hinge at your hips until basically your upper body is parallel to the floor. And then stand it right back up. The jury's kind of out on leg position here. Some people like to emphasize keeping the legs completely locked out. I'm never a fan of locking the legs out 100%. I do like a soft bend or at least a little bit of controlled tension in the hamstrings while doing this movement. So again, the upper body back is as straight as a board, hinging at the hips. We take it down towards the floor until the upper body is parallel to the ground, and then stand it right back up. Let's take a look at a couple of those. Again, making sure that we're paying attention to good form here. What you don't want to do is round shoulders or the low back in order to perform the movement. As soon as you do this, all of the weight settles right into your low back, and that does set you up for injury. Keeping that back as straight as possible, and then again, hinging at your hips, not your waistline, and standing it right back up. Make sure you're protecting that low back as much as possible and keeping the back as straight as possible throughout the entire movement. The stiff-legged barbell good morning is great for all kinds of activities and athletes that may want some type of higher recruitment out of their glutes, hamstrings, more stability out of their low back. Runners come to mind right away. Hamstrings are constantly tight. This is an excellent way to maintain mobility as well as develop strength high up in the origin point of the hamstrings, usually an area that can give a lot of endurance athletes issues. Same thing with MMA fighters, same thing with football players, basketball players. Any sport where there's a high level of recruitment in the glute and hamstrings, this is going to help out quite a bit. That about wraps it up for stiff-legged barbell good mornings. Again, make sure if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the box below. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We will have a lot more videos coming out detailing more exercises just like this. Thanks.